D&D Davison, liveweatherblogs.com, overnight edition. Davison risk factor coming up tonight also with an update. Let's take a look at what we're going to overview tonight. Severe weather outlook, like always, still unsettled, the Davison risk factor, and we're going to do the Roanoke Valley forecast. First, like always, our severe weather outlooks. Taking a look at our storm reports today, not very many. A couple here in North Carolina and Virginia. One in Franklin County took some trees down with a severe thunderstorm line that came through earlier. One in South Carolina, one in Texas, one out here in Nevada. Taking a look at the outlook later, you can see where we have our outlook. Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. And we'll go into the threat level coming up in the Davison risk factor. On Friday, we see it push east a little bit. Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, parts of Missouri, and Kansas. So let's take a look at the Davison risk factor, starting with today, or Thursday. North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Montana. 80 percentile on the hail, 90 percentile on the winds, 80 percentile on the tornadoes. Mainly tornadic activity should be in Nebraska and parts of South Dakota. The best threat for tornadic thunderstorms tomorrow or later today. And for Friday, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, and Kansas, 60 percentile on the hail, 80 percentile, mainly damaging winds, bow echoes, mesoscale convective systems, and 35%. A little bit more cool down of the amount of possible tornadoes, but a little bit bigger than isolated, I would say, coming up on Friday. Looking at the QPF for this upcoming day, you can see North Carolina, Tennessee, a little bit less here in so half an inch around Roanoke, and a lot less up here in the Delaware Valley as the whole front will push through. And we're going to look at that on our surface map here as it sets up. The front moves south a little bit, and the low pressure still with what was CD5 sitting around Arkansas, Tennessee border. Looking into Friday, you can see we have the trough kicking in, and this front kicks further south. Isolated shot of a thunderstorm, but it will get hot in the southeast again. Around 90s here in the Roanoke Valley, and then Saturday you can see a reinforcing shot of cool air coming in to keep the temperatures down into the 80s. Look at the tropics. Storm potential, still a little bit of a low percentage, about 15-20% tile here in the Central Caribbean, Western Caribbean. And the water vapor shows that right here. Not much here. We have still an upper level low, but we're getting a little bit more moist here in the Eastern Atlantic, which will start in the next week's pattern, which may get a little bit more active. And I'm sure Bob Acafrio will get definitely into that with his new blog coming up in the morning on the tropical update. And the forecast, chance of rain, 84 tomorrow or Thursday. Friday, mostly sunny, hot, 93. Partly sunny Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, 85 and 88 respectively for those days. So we're definitely getting into a more active pattern in the tropics, so stay with Bob Acafrio for the latest in the tropics. Mike DeFino will get detailed into the severe weather field. Stick with myself, Mike Masco, and Rob Garino, and others of the 65 meteorologists here at liveweatherblogs.com for the latest information and cool facts. This is D&D Davison, liveweatherblogs.com, overnight edition. Have a great evening.